Good afternoon and welcome to Racing WA TV on this fabulous Sunday. Joining you today from the Kalgoorlie Boulder Racing Club, my name is Tessa Daly, and joining me back in his hometown today is Michael Heaton. Michael, I'm sure you're very excited to be here today. A 7-race program at Kalgoorlie. Perfect racing conditions as well. It's currently 20 degrees, the rail is out at the 1 metre and the track is at a good form. We couldn't hope for a better day of racing ahead.
Good afternoon, Tessa. Very excited to be back here at Kalgoorlie. 5th meeting of the Kalgoorlie season, my first time back here for quite some time, but some good racing throughout the day. I think we don't really have big fields until the last couple of races, but still some pretty healthy fields in terms of quality throughout the early stages of the program. But you're right, the track looks fantastic. The weather has really turned it on for us today, so I'm excited to be back in the goldfields.
There's 7 races, but there is an additional race as well, I believe, Michael. There's a mascot race that is going to be held between races 3 and 4. Need to do a little bit more digging, but I believe it's a fundraiser for the Rotary Club of Boulder, and you're emergency 1. So if there's any scratchings out there, and if you're sitting at home right now, I bet you should probably get down to Kalgoorlie races today and see Michael potentially pull on a costume and run in the mascot race.
Well, you played footy yesterday. I thought you'd be in there today, wouldn't you?
Oh, I played in the midfield. I'm not going to be running much today, mate, but
I'll do anything for $1. So if it's for fundraising, I might be able to get out there.
There we go. But today's racing, we said 7 races, obviously a bit smaller size fields early as mentioned, but better bets on today's program for yourself.
I didn't think there was a huge amount of value, to be honest. There are some nice horses going around here today at Kalgoorlie, but I usually try to find some each way bets, but today I was pretty slim in the pickings. I actually had Calm Up Queen as my best bet of the day. Lucy Fury rides for Hayden Ballantyne. Lucy's first trip to Kalgoorlie this year. Opened up $2.70, certainly the right price. Now $1.50. Too short, so that's my best bet of the day, or best winning chance of the day, but it's probably too short. So I think it's now sure thing the following race, David Smith Kiriul. I think that horse should lead all of the way.
Really nice horse too for David Smith, and as mentioned, Lucy Fury is back in Kalgoorlie. It's exciting to see Lucy back here. Obviously being a Sunday meeting makes it a little bit easier. We don't see Tash Faithful here today, and unfortunately Rocky Chung has now got a broken ankle, so he won't be riding today and he'll be out for a little bit of time. So we'll see a few rider changes throughout the day. Ava Caterino jumps aboard in the first on Play That Funky Music, which was one of Rocky's rides, but a really nice pickup for Ava in the first.
Yeah, it is, and Natika Riordan has a nice pickup later in the day as well with Science Degree, so there is a little bit of a scramble. Really unlucky for Rocky because he's ridden, 12 or 13 winners in a pretty short space of time, an unfortunate broken ankle for him. But the good news from the health of the local ranks is that we have a lot of apprentices at the moment, a lot of claiming apprentices, so some good opportunities for Ava Caterino, Natika Riordan, Shani Webster, so there are some nice replacements today as well.
It was great to see Natika booting home another winner as well at Carnarvon yesterday. Great that Carnarvon is back racing as well. The Northwest Circuit has started. Really nice win there, and we saw the return as well of Belmont yesterday, which was quite interesting to see as well. There's a few winners. Brayden Gaerth getting his first listed win as well, which is fantastic to see. Obviously our only apprentice that can ride, eligible to ride on Saturdays, but how good is Brayden riding? And he's got a really nice book again here today.
Yeah, he does. I've tipped him on, I think, on a horse today on top, but Brayden a double yesterday, and I've interviewed him a lot post-race lately. He rode I think it was a double maybe at Northam last week. He had one ride for one winner at York there as well, so he's going really, really well, Brayden. He's been riding a stack of winners, double last Saturday as well, so he's doing a great job in what is the late stages of his apprenticeship. It's good to see.
Hard work paying off for sure. Runners are in the yard here ahead of race number 1. We've got 7 races at the Kalgoorlie Bowling Racing Club today. The one is the Kennedy Drilling Handicap, the 70 plus over the 1100 metres. The first horse we will preview is Play That Funky Music, Peter Fernie, and now Ava Caterino takes the ride.
Yes, Ava overtakes Rocky Chung out of action today. This horse has been going well. He's had 3 starts at Kalgoorlie this preparation and placed it all 3. 2 starts ago, he sat outside the leader in a fast run race. He was only beaten a length in a race that really suited those off the speed. And then last time out, he drew a bit awkwardly, worked forward to the breeze again, but it was over 1,300 metres. He was just found wanting late. The winner of that race, Category 3, ran a really good race at Belmont yesterday. I think he would have that mare would have gone close had she drawn a barrier. This horse back to 1,100 metres, I think, is a tick today.
The 2 is Mungo Jerry. Chanel Cooper goes back aboard. She won on this galloper 2 starts ago. Ricky Brown trains.
And was a good win that day as well. Bolted in by a length and 3/4. Ran all the fastest closing sectionals in a pretty solidly run race. Last start was a bit keen through the early stages and didn't really offer much late. Was beaten less than 3 lengths as a $3.80 second favourite, so it wasn't beaten a huge margin, but was still disappointing all things considered. But now drops from the 1200 back to 1100 here, which was the winning distance 2 starts back. He's had 6 starts this track distance for 3 wins as well as 3 minors. He's never missed the money. I think he'll be an improver, and he goes around close to double figures.
$9.50 to be exact. The 3 is High Pressure, last start winner for Brett Drury and Kira Yule.
Improved out of sight. First up ran last, beaten a furlong. Last time out, the race was put on for him. He finished off brilliantly to run all the fastest closing splits in a really fast run race. He won by just over a length. He's well weighted too. He only rises 1.5 kilos and gets pretty good weight swings comparatively from winning a race. But he is back to 1,100 metres. His wins to date have been 3 over 1,200, then up to 1,400 metres, back to 1,100 metres. He's never actually won over before, and I think there's less speed engaged in this race with no Love Drunk Baby engaged. So I did think he could potentially be vulnerable if he's back in the field.
The 4 is Rain of Fire, first up today. Hasn't won in over 1,000 days. Joanne Forrest and Lisa Staples.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time for Rain of Fire. He set tongues wagging through the early stages of his career. He's still won more than 370,000, including bonuses, this horse. He's been a really good metro horse along the way. He's dropped a stack of rating points in that time. He's certainly capable. He's won fresh previously, and he did run 3rd in the Coolgardie Sprint to Colossal, beaten only a length here last preparation at Kalgoorlie. I'm not tipping him. He's not in my first 4, but he is the sort of horse, if he gets anywhere remotely near that early metro form, should be a really good, nice Kalgoorlie horse this season.
The 5 is Baalbek, Peter Fernie, and very informed Brayden Gaerth aboard.
Second up here today. He's won second up previously and also run second from only 3 starts second up. He chased that hot speed first up in that fast run race, won by High Pressure. Stuck on really well to run 3rd, beaten a length and 3/4. He meets High Pressure 1.5 kilos better. That's a tick. He meets Play That Funky Music 1 kilo better. That's a tick. I think that from the gate here, he should do no work. He even has the option to kick through and lead if he wants. He has led races previously, but I think more likely to be leaders back, but he's certainly high up the order. I actually have him in as my second selection.
And rounding out the opener here, the 6-horse field, just the pay 1-2 event, is the 6. The current favourite, Treasured Queen, Peter Fernie and Lucy Fiore.
Looks the one, and this mare is just having her saddle adjusted behind the barriers as well, so hopefully everything is a-okay there, because she had an interrupted preparation when last in work. She still wasn't beaten far. She was beaten less than 2 lengths by All Play, who's really franked that form on a Saturday first up last preparation. She hit the front, looked the winner at her last start before a spell, but she cast all 4 shoes, which you don't often see, and she was still beaten less than 1.5 lengths. Her last 5 starts have all been in, last 6 starts have been in Saturday grade. She's won 2 from 4 first up. She's 2 from 2 here at Kalgoorlie, including 1 from 1 this track distance. So she ticks every box for mine. Lucy Fiore rides, 54 kilos, clearly the horse to beat.
Looks very hard to beat indeed, and is our favourite. $2.70 into $2.10. Play That Funky Music on the second line of betting. $6 into $3.90. Now back out to $4.40. High Pressure on the third line of betting. $4 out to $6.50. Baalbek to $4.20 out to $6.50. Mungo Jerry $11, and Rain of Fire, the outsider here in the Pay 1-2 event, the opener here at the Kalgoorlie Boulder Race Club, is Rain of Fire at $12. Michael, how are we seeing things play out in the opener?
I think Play That Funky Music, whilst drawn 6 of 6, has the speed to cross them here, Tessa. Baalbek has drawn barrier 1, has good speed, but I thought this was a good opportunity for Play That Funky Music to find the rail for the first time this preparation, and with that in mind, I'm expecting him to be an improver. But Treasured Queen, drawn directly underneath him in barrier 5 of 6, has the option to either be outside leader or even tuck in behind them if Baalbek and Play That Funky Music just street ahead in the clear. So I thought it set up really nicely for her. She clearly has the best form line. She's undefeated from 2 starts here at Cal. Lucy Fiore rides, and she carries the less weight, so I found it really difficult to go past Treasured Queen here. 6, 5, 1 and 2. I think we can kick the day off with a win here with Treasured Queen. Brilliant first up record. She has really good form lines from her last preparation. Her last 6 have been in Saturday Metropolitan grade. This is a great race for her first up. From 5, Baalbek, the stablemate. In fact, my trifecta here are all Peter Fernie trained runners. Baalbek was solid first up, gets a near identical run here, I feel, gets weight swings on high pressure and Play That Funky Music as well. One, Play That Funky Music in for third, I think can cross them to the front today and back in distance, finding the rail. He should be an improver. And 2, Mungo Jerry. This horse was disappointing last time out over the 1200 metres, but 1 too good to ignore the start prior to that. And I think back to 1100 metres, freshened up, just over 3 weeks between runs. This is his pet track distance. I think he can improve. Just taken a small set against high pressure. I was taken with the win last start, but I think the race was put on for him that day, and now back to 1100 metres in a race with less speed. I just thought he may need a little bit of luck to get over the top of them today. All of his wins are 12 to 1400 metres. 6, 5, 1 and 2. Pretty keen Treasured Queen.
6, 5, 1 and 2. Nice little rhyme there as well, Michael. Treasured Queen on top for him in the first tier. Peter Fernie looking to open up the account today, hopefully with the trifecta as well, if following along with Michael's tips. Lucy Fiore makes her way to Kalgoorlie for the first time for the season, and she's riding in some tremendous form as well, currently at $2.10 on the Tab Touch market. 6, 5, 1 and 2. Runners are behind the barriers now, making their way in nicely in the hands of the starter. So we'll hand you upstairs and say a very good afternoon to Royce Newton, who'll be calling home all the action today for us.
Peter Palmer Memorial Rotary Club of Boulder Day. Good to have the Rotary Club on course. Of course, the mascot race will take place between races 3 and 4, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. We'll be running down the straight. So we're just awaiting these runners to come forward. Just trying to find Rain of Fire, who was a little bit excited behind the line, but looks to have gone forward. Mungo Jerry to come forward now. Locked away, been up quite a while, Mungo Jerry, but he's had a good campaign for connections. So Mungo Jerry locked away. On screen we've got Play That Funky Music, which will carry the 59 with the 3 kilo claim of replacement rider Ava Caterino, replacing Rocky Chung on all his rides. Of course, Rocky will be on the sidelines just for a little while whilst he recovers. So Play That Funky Music goes forward. Your favourite, $2.15. Is Treasured Queen. Will don the black cap going forward now, and High Pressure will be the last one to complete the line over at the 1100 metres. 7 events today, quaddy legs races 4 through 7. Good racing action as High Pressure, the last start winner, comes forward, and we're set to fly over the short course for the first. Red lights on, stand by. Field of 6, the open class gallopers against Flyback. We're off racing now. Mungo Jerry just a stride slow. He's going to settle down at the tail today. Pushing forward is the favourite Treasured Queen, with the second favourite on the outside, Play That Funky Music. They were followed by Baalbek, who settles down third, the fence. The outside then we've got Rain of Fire, spotting the leader 2.5 lengths. A further 2.5 then to High Pressure. He's a natural back marker, so no surprises there. And down at the tail, Mungo Jerry. That's the field of 6 as they head to the Charles Street side, and it's Treasured Queen who shows out 3/4 on the stablemate, Play That Funky Music. Down on the inside, we've got Baalbek, then Rain of Fire, who's one off the fence, then High Pressure, who's just extricated before the straight, and at the tail, Mungo Jerry. So on the point of the turn, and it's Treasured Queen doing it nicely out in front for Fiore, showing the way by 1.5 lengths. Baalbek gets into the clear now, every chance. They were followed by Play That Funky Music, then Mungo Jerry the fence, Rain of Fire, and down the outside, High Pressure. It's Treasured Queen being grabbed by Baalbek now. Baalbek hits the lead, drawing away down the outside, Rain of Fire with High Pressure, but it's all Baalbek. Baalbek goes on and wins. Treasured Queen in second. Third, we had Mungo Jerry, followed in by Play That Funky Music, Rain of Fire, and last to greet the judge was High Pressure. Well, Play That Funky Music trying to reel in, but it was Baalbek. Peter Fernie had the 3 favourites engaged here, but it was the roughest of them, if you like. Baalbek getting the job done. Pete Fernie, Brayden Gaerth. Every chance when Brayden got this horse into the clear at the top of the straight, and it reeled in Treasured Queen with ease in the end. Treasured Queen's fought on strongly, has gone down less than a length, but Baalbek too strong. Pete Fernie, Brayden Gaerth combining in the first, and he's got a very handy card of gallopers today, Pete. And Brayden Gaerth couldn't have ridden that horse any better. 5 goes into the frame, 6 Treasured Queen gets second. The pacemaker held on for the minor placing. 2 gets third, that's Mungo Jerry. and 1 will get 4th. Play that funky music. So 5, 6, 2 and 1. The official margins 3/4 by a length. No time available just yet. Baalbek, by my admiration, from a bit cryptic, owned by Phil Ibbotson and also P. Jones. Peter Fernie and Brayden Gaerth combining in the first. Second across the line was the 6, Treasured Queen, for Pete Fernie and Lucy Fiore. By Vancouver from New Image, owned by Andrew Ingalls. Third in the 2, Mungo Jerry, Ricky Brown, Chanel Cooper by Saboog. From Stars Are Out, owned by Trent Brown and Anush Boodoo, and 1 gets 4th. Play that funky music. Peter Fernie, Ava Catarino. 5, 6, 2 and 1, 3/4 by a length. Race 2 is next. The Cabinets Maiden over the 1400. Changes here. Chanel Cooper goes on to the 1, Witchy Woods, and Brayden Gaerth replaces Rocky Chung on Pretty in Pearls. No scratchings, a field of 8. That comes up at 1:15. In the meantime, 5, 6, 2, 1. Interim after the running of race number 1.
Joined with Peter Fernie now. Pete opening the day on a good note. A nice Quinella here in the opener. Had 3 going around. Was Baalbek your best here?
Oh, he was great first up. They went really hard, and he just pulled up a little bit fat. And Treasured Queen's most probably in the same boat. She'll go a lot better next start, but he's not a bad little horse when he's got his right head on. He goes quite good.
Brayden's riding in some great form as well as of recent. You've got some really nice jockeys on today. Lucy makes a trip here. What's the best of the rest for Peter Fernie on today's program?
Oh, I'm a bad judge. I'm the worst, don't ask me. I give a roughie in the last jet planes a bit of a chance.
How's feuding been as well? I know he's just joined the stable. I really like the horse in himself. He's a beautiful type. How's he been since joining you?
I couldn't be happy with him. He's absolutely gorgeous horse to handle and done everything right. I think he should run quite a good race today.
Congratulations here. Hopefully chat to you later on.
Thank you.
There's Pete Fernie opening the day really well here at Kalgoorlie. Baalbek gets the job done here. Brayden Gaerth continuing that great form, Michael.
How good is Brayden going? We prefaced it pre-race, the amount of winners that he's ridden over the last few weeks. Another double yesterday at the opening Belmont meeting, including the feature winner, that provincial final aboard Camera Action, who jumped from 16 of 16, gave her a lovely ride and won really well. Brayden's been going from strength to strength. He's been growing in confidence with each week, it appears. Brayden, you've been in good form lately. That's a nice way to kick off today.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty excited to start the day like that.
You had a really nice run, followed the horse to beat, but many people would have thought Treasured Queen would kick on, but your horse was very strong over the final stages.
Yeah, I expected it to give a lot better kick. Obviously, I was pretty happy to follow it. But to be honest, a long way out, I felt very confident. My horse just felt super throughout the run. Felt like I had a ton of horse at the top of the straight and, yeah, let it rip.
Who's the best of the rest?
Look, got a pretty good book, to be honest. A couple of the later ones I think will be very hard to beat, but yeah, no certainties, I think.
Great way to start the day. Well done.
Cool, thank you.
There's BG, Brayden Gaerth combining with Peter Fernie and Baalbek. Taking out the first here, the Kennedy drilling handicap, the 70 plus over the 1100 metres. Numbers 5, 6, 2 and 1. Pete Fernie opens the day with a Quinella here early. Brayden Gaerth now also has a pickup ride in the second on Pretty in Pearls, one to be following for sure.
Over the short course for the first, red lights on, standby. Field of 6, the open class gallopers against